to another episode of
Mum
and Son. I'm Jay, I'm the son.
Thanks for joining. I'm Alicia, I'm the mum.
Alright, so today it's another one of our, I wouldn't call them life lessons, but just delving in and reflecting on different aspects of life and so on and so forth. Today's one is going to be about overcoming the feeling of feeling low or feeling down. And that's something that, I'm sure if you're human like anyone else, I'm sure that's something that you've been through. We have a lot of high moments in life where we're on top of the world and everything's great and it's going in our favor. And then we got those times when we do feel down. Sometimes it's for reasons we don't even know. It's just one of those days. But sometimes it's also, man, my life right now, this area in my life sucks. And I just feel low because I don't know how to change it. I just feel stuck. And it can get to you emotionally and affect you in many ways. And as we know, like, this isn't just if you've got a job, it happens to you. If you have a job, it happens to you.
Yeah, mums, dads, children, teenagers. It can be like a little bit of like you get a bill or something like that, and you think, oh gosh,
Finance,
why?
Exactly.
Why did this come on this day, and etc. And then other times it may just be you can't even put your finger on it. You just wake up and you don't feel yourself.
Yeah.
Just feel a little bit down, feel a little bit low. And hopefully what we talk about today will help you get through that process, or if you wake up feeling that way, just a few tips or a few insights
we'll
into
give you
how
some
we
tips
feel,
and insights into how we feel, which can be of value, be of use
to help you get through it, or just get through the day.
And when I think about this for myself, it's one of those things that I always seem to, not always, but when it happens, and you feel low and it lasts longer than a day, because sometimes you can have a thing where it's like, I just feel a bit low today. But sometimes you can have that thing where it's like, nah, actually this is lasting more than a day now. This is like, I kind of starting to really feel low. And I found for myself, everyone's different, but it's usually when it's that feeling of like, there's many things to it. For some people it may be regret or not doing things that they want to do yet, or feeling, but I always feel like it's feeling stuck and feeling that I should be somewhere, or should be doing something better, or should have achieved something better. So that's for me personally. It's usually to do with, what, I should be happy because I should have achieved this, but I haven't. So because I haven't, I feel low. That's me personally. For everyone, it's different.
You're beating yourself up, basically.
But then maybe that's
you're having a go at yourself.
Yeah, but maybe that's it. So everyone's one's going to be different, but we'll just start there and just build on to different types of feeling low.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of been that thing, and as you said, that's come from a sense of, even though things may not be where I want them to be, I'm to some extent making that a reason to make me feel low, basically on the condition of this not happening, or this not going well, or this not working the way I want it to. I feel low. I
think with feeling down, with feeling low, or even let's say a little bit depressed or something like that, it might be two things going on. Sometimes it will be external factors that as a result of something external, it's affected you in some way, so you do feel low, a bit of bad news, a little, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it might be an internal thing where you may feel a little bit of dissatisfaction in yourself, in maybe where you are at life. It may be even that feeling like you having to wake up and go to a job that you don't even love or you don't like anymore.
So like disconnected.
Yeah, feeling disconnected within yourself, and just feeling so low. It's almost as if, how do you turn this around? Like, what do I need to do? Simple things that you can do to kind of get yourself over the hurdle of the day, or just get yourself out of it as quickly as possible. Because the thing is when you wake up and you feel in this state of being, you're going to carry that through for the rest of your day. You're going to carry it through, and everybody you meet And every it's almost like, you know, those films where they touch things and there's like twinkles. Everything you touch, like ripples, like what we talked about before, that ripple effect, that bad energy or negative feeling is going to start touching everything you come across.
It's true.
You know, the people you meet, the actions you're going to take, the things you're going to do, and it can turn into a day of bad luck and everything going wrong.
That's
just because you started from that place.
That's exactly
when you woke up.
Because sometimes you'll feel that when you feel the lowest or when you feel the most down, you'll start finding things or noticing things happening throughout your day that reinforces that.
Because that's where you're coming from.
Because that's your perspective.
Your state.
That's what you're sending out. So it's almost like that's what's
coming back,
appearing more. So it's definitely true, and sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that part of it because we'd rather feel. You know, we'd rather feel like let's be honest, we'd rather feel like a victim and say, hey, you know, I'm going through this.
Or we can blame something else.
Or kind of blame something else.
Or someone else.
Or someone else or something else. I mean, there are so many reasons if we wanted to pick on things why we could feel low. As you said, whether it's to do with ourselves and feeling like we should have achieved something, or whether it's to do with something going on with
dissatisfaction.
Or dissatisfaction. Or if there's something going on in the world, and you're thinking, well, how can I be happy in that when this is going on and there's so many sort of factors, but I think it's one of those things where you sort of have to.
I say start within yourself.
You have to start within.
That's what I would say.
That's what I was going to say, because it's, even though you might see external things.
The thing is that all these external things, you can't change them.
No.
You know, but you can change
conditions or circumstances
around you to fit. But what you can change is what is within you. And I think that is key when you're facing this kind of day or this kind of feeling. You know, is start from within and let that resonate outwardly. And you'll find that once you change what you're feeling within for that particular day or week or whatever, you'll find that everything else around you starts to change. Your bad luck turns into good luck. You know, your disappointment turns into joy and success. You just start to resonate a better inner feeling, and that begins like our favorite little ripple thing. It starts to ripple outward for you.
It does. And I think it's sort of that thing of when we all have things in life where it can give us a reason to be down, or that's a down moment, or that's a down situation, or a low moment, or a low situation. But there's a difference between it happening and us saying, oh, this is something bad, or, you know, it makes me feel a bit down or like a bit low, and feeling that in that moment and then sort of like letting it go. And then a difference between feeling that, carrying that,
letting
talking
it consume
about it.
You.
A week later, we're still feeling that, which happened ages ago. A month later, we're still feeling that thing that happened a month ago. A year later, and then next you know, it just, you know what I mean? You're kind of to some extent. You've carried it, you've amplified
That's when it starts getting into depression.
And you're adding to it. And it starts to lead to a more depressive sort of state and outlook on like certain things, because when you think about it, when you're born, like you're not born saying, okay, you're who like ever you are, and we've injected, this is your personality, or this is your outlook on life for like ever. It's something that we're taken on or evolved or for this and that, whether you want to say it's bad or good. But the great thing about that is, if we've learned that to some extent, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, we can actually change that. But it takes kind of not just being a victim and holding yourself down, but it's almost trying to say, how can I start to...
You make a conscious effort.
You have to make an effort.
This is this whole thing of looking at yourself, recognizing how you're feeling, sort of having a sense of appreciation of what you're going through, and say, right, now I've reflected on that and self-reflected on it. It's not all these external factors that I'm blaming, or, you know, it's me, you know. And once you can say it's me, let me do something about it. You know, there are little things that you can start to do that will also start to turn the day around. And I'll tell you something, one of the simplest things to do when you feel really low is to force yourself to smile. Because once you start smiling, your energy has to change, isn't it? You know, it sounds so simple and unreal, and you're thinking, okay, so what am I going to smile? You know, I feel awful. What am I smiling about? But if you can begin with a smile, somehow you can't hold any kind of down feelings or negative feelings when you smile. So that would be my number one. Just start thinking about things that actually put a smile on your face within your, you know, within yourself. Start to think, you know, what made me laugh, what made me smile the other day, and start putting those thoughts back into your consciousness, rather than focusing on like the downside of things, like how feeling low. A smile does it all the time.
I totally agree, and I think that is, for the majority of things, that's a great place to start. And there could be some people that may say, well, how can I smile? Because everyone's got a different level of whatever event or thing is happening to whatever. Because some people may say, well, you know, I just lost someone in my life, how can I smile? Or like, I'm going through heartbreak. Those two things are maybe two different videos in their own. But what I'd say to that is, if you watch this video and you're coming from that place, or something happened a few months back or something like that, you have to kind of make a place of peace and acceptance with whatever that traumatic event is, and so on.
And
because
always,
even doing that will help neutralize that feeling of feeling low.
Yeah,
help neutralize it.
Obviously, maybe we can do loss we'll
do real videos like on those type of topics. But just thinking about, in case anyone's seeing that.
But if they see that and you have had, you know, but then you're going beyond just having it being down for the day.
Of course.
Like this is like, that's more serious,
a more severe level.
But no matter what, even if say it is some really bad news or something like that, obviously a smile might not be appropriate. But you can reflect on some thoughts about the person or an incident where that would have felt joyful with that person,
when you
or
think
joyful
about them or something.
Exactly. Something that, you know, obviously it could be a negative situation, but there might be some little thing that you can think of that person, and you would know that if they had said something or whatever, you may have smiled with them, you know, if it was that deep. But I think that takes it beyond just being down for the day. So obviously I think we can definitely do something.
But I was just like thinking about
if people are watching
from different levels. Some people, as I said, will have the feeling of loneliness from thing. Some people may be different. But as you said, you gave really good advice on that. If someone has a more severe type of feeling, and we may do videos on that in the future where we talk about that a bit more deeply, because that's a very heavy subject and topic. But for the general ones of
just low,
it's kind
feeling
of just
down,
feeling low,
try and smile,
you know, like even if life is just a bit hard at the moment, but you'll sort it out type of thing. A smile is the best place to start.
Great way to
because
start.
I'll tell you why as well, because when you smile, not only, as you said, does it make you have to be in a certain sort of like physiology,
changes your energy,
it changes your state of mind and everything, but you also feel good because when you smile at someone else, and if they receive that and smile back, or even if like you're doing it and you're giving, you're thinking outside of yourself. You're thinking outside yourself.
And you're also giving someone else the potential to return that smile. And that when you smile and someone returns that smile, even if it's someone you just pass, you know, that you don't even know, but you just smile and they smile back, it makes you feel good. You feel uplifted.
Of course.
Smiling is powerful, actually.
It is. And the thing about smiling is that it doesn't cost you anything. You know.
It doesn't.
But
and
the
I'll tell you
effect
another
it has
thing.
is priceless.
It is. And another thing about smiling is it doesn't matter, you know, it crosses all cultural boundaries, it crosses language barriers, it's universal.
It's like a universal symbol.
Yeah.
For something.
Of bringing good energy and joy around you.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and
it really is.
even like if you wake up and you feel down, and you know, maybe you don't even want to go into work, or you don't like your job, or you don't like your boss, or whatever it is. Even if you just go in and you smile, that changes the energy of how people react to you as well.
I tell you why that's important, adding to what you're saying about it changes everything else. And that's the good thing, is that you're not saying, hey, well, so-and-so needs to change, or this needs to change in order for me to smile first. You smile first and you'll see things change.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. And I think I have to remind myself of this as well, if I ever feel low, is kind of, you look more like, oh, but, you know, I should be getting this, or why did, you know, you're thinking about sort of getting or receiving. But when it comes to that, come from a place of giving. As we said, just giving a smile, you know, being kind and stuff like that. These things really do help, because the serotonin and the endorphins in your brain, even on a chemical level, boost up. And,
absolutely.
And that is one of the feel-good factors, chemicals in your brain that really boost up. So by doing that, in effect, you're making yourself feel better, and not only that, but you're making someone else feel better.
And the effect is, even if you have to force a smile, you know, automatically you're shifting.
Yeah,
you're shifting your energy from negativity into positivity. Yeah. Whether you believe it or not, or whether you think this won't work, and you know, just do it.
Yeah,
and
do it for
after you start smiling,
if you held a smile for about 3 or 5 minutes, you will start to find, you know, you will feel a shift, a more positive
automatically.
Shift.
Automatically.
And I think talking about that, it's like, you know, there's other factors as well. I know for myself, I've got certain types of music that I may listen to that may put me in a different mood, a certain mood, because
music's beautiful.
Music's such a great sort of medium or tool to use to like bring emotions. Now you can have music that can make you feel down, and stuff like that. But exactly, more like melancholy. But there are songs that could make you feel great, or it could just uplift you and make you feel different. So that's also another good thing as well.
And then
have a playlist that is, you know, for.
And some people like to do either maybe read some affirmations, or you know, do some meditation to uplift them and take them out of that you know, negative space. If you've got time, some people like to do that. Even reading, you know, reading from someone, or even listening to someone positive, or
I think that's good as well, like motivational videos and speakers, or as you said, authors, or or inspirational authors. And things like that, those things play like a massive part as well. And
but I feel overall it has to come from within. You know, if you're going to smile, let the smile shine from within you. You know, whatever you're going to do, let it affect you inwardly, and then outwardly your day starts to change.
And I totally agree. And you know, if you're hearing that and thinking, oh yeah, but how can I shine when, you know, so much darkness, or I feel so dark, this and that? And it's kind of like, I see it a bit like this. Sometimes it's like we have our hands over our eyes, so we think it's dark, but if you just, you know, if you start peeping through and you move it, there's just pure light there and stuff like that. So we keep bringing it back, because I think people want to hear this and think there's a special magic pill or tool, but it comes back to you having to work on yourself. And that's the truth. So I know when I'm feeling low, even if I'm feeling low and I'm blaming everything going on, this and that, I know at the end of the day, it starts with me and it ends with me.
That's a good way to see it. And that's
taking responsibility.
Yeah, that is key. Even if
it's factors outside of me, I have to bring it back to, what am I doing about it? Or I can't just be a victim. I have to somehow take responsibility and do what I need to do.
That is a really powerful thing, because we're so kind of used to, if things are not going right, we're so used to blaming what's going on around us, you know, what's happening in the news, what's going on, you know, in our family, or, you know, in our relationship. We can blame all and everyone, essentially,
and
if we
choose
want
not to feel as happy as we should be because of that.
So we're just blaming everybody and everything for things that really we need to own and take responsibility for. And that, once you can take responsibility for your day, for who you are, for what you're doing, and for what's going on in your life, once you can make that choice and decision that I'm going to be responsible. So everything doesn't depend on anything else but me. I'm I love saying this, the creator and maker of my own destiny.
Powerful
so
words.
at the end of the day, it's
powerful.
all up to me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who can wake up, I feel down, but you know what? I can change how this day's going to pan out. I can change how, you know, things are going to be at my work, or things are going to be when I, you know, I meet people, or whatever it is. You are the instrument of change for all that is going on in your life. You're the instrument. So you have to own it and say, whatever happens, I own it. I know what I need to do. You recognize it within yourself and you say, I'll do something about it. And as I said, simple smile, you can take it from there, add music, add whatever makes you feel good. You can add that on top of it and, you know, get through the day in a more positive and enlightening way, because it's so easy to have your whole day ruined. You know, you can even start upsetting other people when you feel down.
It's definitely
you
true.
can start affecting them as well.
It's, you know, it's definitely true. And what I'd add to that, as well as everything we've talked about in regards to whether it's sort of like affirmations, or listening to certain books or audio books, or smiling and things of this as well. You know, you can also, if you're someone who's also a bit more external based, you can change your environment or your surroundings and put yourself in a different one. Because, I don't know, like maybe it could be your friends making you feel low, or you're using that as a reason, this and that. So you may sometimes need to change your environment, or like your surroundings, or just take a break from
the external.
Because sometimes if we feel low and we're in our house or our room or whatever, that place becomes now, that energy is there, and that
get out, go for a walk.
So you can go out for like a walk and just reflect and take time to have, you know, there's so many things that you can do.
That's true.
To really, and everything we're kind of saying here keeps coming back to, it's down to you to kind of shift your focus, to shift your thoughts and your feelings and the kind of the energy of how you feel and stuff like that, to shift it all towards leaving that low feeling, that down feeling and everything.
And again, it starts within you to recognise that, you know, I'm the one who has to do this. Like, no one else. Let me start with myself, you know, and it's that same kind of thing that we've spoken about, of being self-reflective when there's negative things going on, and then trying to turn them around into the positive. And, you know, just, it's always easier to start your day in a positive light. I know it's not possible. We're all human. We wake up, we feel down, you know, this happened, that happened, you know, we're just naturally, you know, affected by the external, whether we want to or not. But the key is to be aware of what's going on and say, I need to do something about it, and to make that change.
That's exactly it, because the whole reason of us saying this and everything isn't to say, to sell you something of, hey, like, you know what, like,
there's a magic
exactly
solution.
And also for the rest of your life you'll never feel low again in some type of way, or something like that. Because life, you know, there could be many experiences, even depending wherever you are, there's many things going on and so on and so forth, many different phases of like your life. So that's always could bring a situation or something that may make you feel low. But what we're saying is, when you start to see things differently and you work on yourself and things of this nature, even when a event or something or a person or something like
it won't
something
affect
like that happens,
you as much.
It won't affect you as like much. And even if it does, your low moments will be so short that you'll mainly be living in the higher moments, and that's what you want. Because
your power to deal with these things comes from within you.
Exactly.
You know, you've strengthened your inner self, your inner belief, your inner understanding. So when the external does come in and it knocks you down, you've got the strength to rise up again
Yeah.
without being, it's like bouncing back, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You
It's
have the
bouncing back.
ability to bounce back rather than stay down,
Yeah.
or allow this feeling to consume you to the point that, it completely ruins your day. And if it goes on, obviously it can ruin it a hell of a lot more. But
that's it, because it can smart. It can start like this. If you're smart, it can start like this, and it can start to grow.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying earlier with, if one thing happens, we don't just go, okay, this is happening, and for that day or whatever, we sort it out and then we let it go. We then drag it and we put it along, and then a whole week goes by and we've used that thing to make us feel low, and then other things happen, we add it on top, and next thing you know, you become this because of everything you've accumulated or you're choosing to carry.
Yep.
And you haven't really had the time to look inside, to see things from a different point of view, to take actions that counteract whatever low thing you're feeling, and things like that.
It's true.
And it's kind of one of those things that I know it's a bit harder to do when you're in it. It's easier to say than to do, but it's something that when you do the things we've recommended, you will get into the habit of choosing to have a different point of view on life, and choosing to deal with things that happen in a totally different way. And that's all you're looking for, to just get better.
Yeah, just that little shift.
Just that shift.
That little shift in energy that will, start to shift everything around you. And, so your day where you started feeling low, feeling down, can be transformed into a beautiful day, a fun day, a joyful day, isn't it? Like a day that, started off I didn't allow it to consume me. And at the end of the day, everything changed. Like, so-and-so smiled, so-and-so came up to me, so-and-so rang me, I haven't heard from them. Or maybe you wanted to receive a phone call from someone and you felt low, you've not heard from them. And then suddenly they call. It's all energy.
It is. And, you'll find that by doing that, you'll bring other people up as well.
Yeah,
like
you uplift others.
Sort of like your energy is not only positive, and it's a higher type of energy and feeling. And you'll start to bring people up around you because it amplifies.
You know what, Jay? If you feel good and have good energy, people also want to be around you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
Like, work, relationships, everything, friends, family, you have good energy, people are drawn to that. It's just a natural way. When you are low or down, you repel, don't you? You repel people away.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's no wonder things
you
start
attract
going
the same
wrong.
people when you all talking about life in this way, and just drag each other down. Or the ones that are like, hey, you know what? They stick back because they
actually that's an interesting point. Because sometimes you do need to surround yourself with people that have good energy, and that their energy can support you.
It's true.
If your friends and family, even if your family are just too negative, that can take a lot out of you and help you
and stuff. Don't make it as an excuse of, well, I can't leave my family or something, so I'm screwed, because it all starts with you. But looking at that and saying, actually, are there people in my life that really do make me feel? It allows you to be aware, and you can start to maybe not let what they say or do affect you as like much, or maybe to some extent you may say, hey guys, let's stop being negative. Why don't we just start talking about the good things? You can start to change. By changing yourself, you can also influence and change others.
That's true.
And then sometimes you might even have new friends or new people that come into your life that think or feel the same way that you do now. So that's also something to be aware of too, because sometimes people may love you and want to do right, but there could be a part of them or something that they're going through which could also be heavy or even make you feel low. By the time you speak to them, you feel a bit drained. So be aware of that as well, but always make sure that you're working on yourself. That's the key. That's long lasting. Yeah, and that's enduring as well. That's it's not going to change overnight if you worked on yourself, because the external things can change all the time.
but how you are affected by them is key.
That's
really your
key.
strength, your how you get through. But summing up, I guess, just as we bring it this today's show to a close, it's like, just don't allow things to consume you. Try to smile, start with a smile. That's the best way, and then the rest, slowly start to do the things that you enjoy, that you love, and everything will change. So,
just make a game of this. This isn't serious. Like, when we said smile, you can do that. You can look at yourself in the mirror and smile for 5 minutes, and after a while you may think, oh, this is stupid. What am I doing? But what you're doing is you're not focusing on the blame and the and this and that.
Negatives.
You're starting to turn your attention to something else, and then after a while, just admire it. Just admire your smile. Look at your smile. When you go out, do it. Smile for 5 minutes, no matter where you are, whether it's in your car, whether you're on the train or something else. Do it. People may be like, man, who's this person? Like, they woke up on the right side of the bed. And that's right, because if you want to kind of feel like that, you have to act like that as well. You know what I mean? You have to act like that, and you'll find that your thoughts will start to change. The words you say will start to change, and those things will all start to change. Instead of low, 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 I'm feeling low type of thing, it will start to change to feeling high, feeling in a better, more positive state of being. Someone who has a positive energy. Those things will happen as well. But a smile is one of the great ways to start that, because if you're thinking you're trying to change the good thoughts and your mind keeps going back to the old ones, smile. That's a great way to sort of do it.
It's so powerful.
Your physiology can change.
I'm even surprised that I kind of came up with it today, because that concept wasn't in my head. When we were talking about this, I was thinking of many other things, but then all of a sudden it just popped in, and I thought, smile. That's the best way to start. But
no, it is. It is. So smile, and there's other things, music or anything that inspires you. Makes you feel good.
Add that on top.
Add those things as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, add those things too.
So I think we kind of given our tips already, haven't we? Because normally we sum up with a few tips, but
everyone's
I think we kind of have given those tips.
Those recommendations that we put
so
forward, those are the main things.
Enjoy your day. Don't let anything get you down. Stay positive. Stay, stay in the moment of making this day whatever you want it to be.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So the keys there have been given, guys.
Thanks so much for joining us.
And we hope it helps. And if there's any more topics or something else that you want to talk about and reflect on, or just share our advice, we're always happy to. So you can leave that up in the comments. And if you like this show, stick a thumbs up. And besides that, if you want to join the family, we're always open and welcome. You can subscribe, so we'll love that. And until then, for now, we are done. This is MumNSon, and we are out for now.
Have a great day. Bye.
Take it easy, guys, and keep smiling.